Good morning, friends. So we are going to continue with the septums. So today we are going to talk about interventricular septum. Previously we have talked about the interatrial septum. So as we already know, interventricular septum is two part, muscular and membranous part. So we will look into this in detail today. So recall that you are in day number 28, and now we have seen that arteria are already divided. So now we have to talk about the primitive ventricle, that how it is going to be divided into right and left ventricles. So muscular interventricular septum begins to grow upward from the midline floor of the primitive ventricles. Remember, it grows upward from midline floor of the primitive ventricle, which continues till 46th day. So starting from 28 till 46, it is going to be growing. So you can see again here, you can recall something what we have done previously. So some cushions were there, some walls were there. So you can see the dorsal and ventral part. Then you can see the coronal section also, where you can see the things. So the muscular portion of interventricular septum grows upward from the floor of primitive ventricles. So as you can see here, this particular area, this is how the muscular interventricular septum will be developing. You can see in this diagram again in the lateral section. This will be just like a curtain type of thing on the leg, like this. So this is what you're going to get. So we got three parts here: muscular interventricular septum. That muscular portion of interventricular septum does not completely separate the ventricle into left and right area. First of all, you should remember this. Okay. Then there is interventricular foramen also. There is also an interventricular foramen. This foramen persists after the formation of septum, allowing blood to flow from the right ventricle to left ventricle. And then there is atrioventricular septum, which is a transverse type of thing, which is going to close the atrium and ventricle separately. Again, we can see the three things. Next part. Next part, you can see the interventricular septum that we are going to adjust it into the portions. So this all thing is happening in this particular days, that is 28 to 42. Now we are going to talk about a special thing called as articopulmonary septum. Articopulmonary septum that begins on the day 35. So now what is happening, that beginning of two ventricles, we look at how the outflow from ventricles develop, means जो blood बाहर निकलना है वो कैसे निकलेगा. So we know there are two things, red vessels, that is aorta and pulmonary trunk. So aorta and pulmonary trunk first appears to develop as a aorticopulmonary septum, which is found from the day 35 till day 56. So AP septum इसको भी हम बोलेंगे articopulmonary septum. So before the complete division of ventricles, this is going to start. So after muscular septum, the articopulmonary septum will first develop, and then the membranous part is going to be developed. So this is the sequence of development of interventricular septum. So now see here, at the beginning of 35th day, the bulbous cordis, the truncus arteriosus are tubular structure continuous with the primitive ventricle. We have seen previously a separation of bulbous cordis and truncus arteriosus into two distinct outflow paths starts with a ridge that appears at the site of bulbus and truncus. So you can see this is truncus, this is bulbus. This structure we got after the looping things. Okay. So now you can see the ridges. There are different ridges are going to form. First is truncus ridge, truncal ridge. Then you can see there is bulbar ridge. So there are three different ridges. Separation of two distinct outflow pathways are going to be developed for formation of the articopulmonary septum in truncus arteriosus and bulbous cordis. Now what is going to happen? The division of bulbous cordis and truncus arteriosus into two outflow channels will begin with the development of ridges that grow towards each other. That is truncal ridges from truncus arteriosus and bulbar ridges from bulbar cordis. And together now they are going to called as conchotruncal ridges. Remember the term conchotruncal ridges, which are twisted relating to each other. So you can see right conchotruncal ridges first. This will be right concho ridges finger, means both are going to join, truncal as well as the bulbar are going to join together with the help of concho truncal ridges. So there will be right, there will be left. So this is right one. Now see the left one. You can see this is the left one. So both are going to join in crisscross manner, or you can say X-like manner, and then they are going to be attached. Remember, this is the parts of the truncal ridge and bulbar ridge which is going to get connected. So there will be two conotruncal ridges, right and left. Next, what is going to happen? So to completely separate the outflow, the right and left conotruncal ridges widen and fuses, and together in spiral separation between them. That is now the pulmonary trunk from developing right ventricle and aorta from developing left ventricle. So like this, they were formed, and now it will spiral like this. It will spiral like this, and then you will get the two separate structures. Like you can see the red line that is for aorta and the blue line which is for converter. You can see the animation part also. You can see like this. Again, you can see how this is going to happen. Both the axes are going to cross together and completely cover it up. Then it is going to form the two separate structures. Now you can see here also what is going to happen. So this is what it is actually happening. You can see right conotruncal ridges in green, left conotruncal ridges in red, sorry, blue, yellow, and third is the aortic flow, and fourth will be the pulmonary flow. So this is how these things are going to connect. So these are not straight like a tube. They have to crisscross and go. They have to be in the spiral format. This you have to remember very carefully. You can see this is moving, and spirally it is moving. So एरोटा वाला पार्ट एरोटा की तरफ मुड़ जाएगा और पल्मोनरी ट्रंक वाला पार्ट टुवर्ड्स द पल्मोनरी ट्रंक. So right conotruncal ridge and left conotruncal ridge, they are going to form together a curtain like of thing in a spiral manner, and then actually they are separating the outflow pathways. So here also you can see the conotruncal ridge is spiral further forming the pulmonary. So ultimately they will form totally spiral हो जाएगा ये और अपने अपने pathway को बना लेगा. This is something like this. You are going to get aorta from left ventricle, and from right ventricle you are going to get the pulmonary trunk. So now we have came to the part that this has been formed, that is pulmonary septum बन गए हैं, and it is day 56 that they are completed now. Now we have to make the membranous part. So again you can recall, first it was muscular, then pulmonary, then membranous. Membranous part कैसे शुरू होगा? You can see here with the division of ventricular outflow complete, we need to furnish the separation of ventricles. Remember the muscular interventricular septum did not grow positive. पूरा नहीं बना था वो. There was some gap was left, and the membranous interventricle is going to form between the 42nd to 56th day. So this will be the end of this particular separation. So what is actually going to happen here? You can see this diagram. This was muscular portion of interventricular septum, and there was interventricular foramen. Then there is articoventricular septum which will go transverse, foramen ovale in the upper part, and septum secundum which was closing it. So in coronal and sagittal views of heart tube with the foramen ovale and muscular interventricular septum which are already formed. Remember that muscular interseptum has not completely separated the ventricles. That is interventricular foramen abhi bhi hai. So the who is going to separate it? The membranous portion is now going to complete it into right and left total part. So what will happen now? The membranous interventricular septum forms an extension of articopulmonary septum, which extends downward towards the muscular interventricular septum and merges with atrioventricular outflow to complete the separation between right and left ventricles. मीन जो पहले हमने आर्टिकोपल्मोनरी सेपरेशन या सेप्टम बना लिया तो वो नीचे की तरफ आएगा और जाके मर्ज हो जाएगा वो मस्कुलर वाले पार्ट में. एंड रिमेंबर दीज थिंग्स वर स्पाइरल इन शेप. तो कुछ स्पाइरल टाइप का व्यू बनेगा. यू कैन सी हियर दिस पार्ट व्हिच इज ग्रोइंग नाउ. अगेन यू कैन सी the growing part, the curtain is coming down, okay, and then you can see this is the part which is here is atrioventricular outflow जहाँ पे जाके वो टच करेगा. Then membranous portion, this much will be the membranous portion, the ऊपर वाला part होगा, and the downward part is the muscular part. So now the total septum is going to be completed. So the membranous portion of interventricular septum जो start हुआ था after pulmonary portion is complete later because it has to rely on contribution from the articopulmonary septum. तो ये phase याद करना बहुत जरूरी है. तो पहला क्या बोला था muscular, then the two outward septums will be formed, article for aorta and pulmonary for pulmonary trunk, and then afterwards to complete that division the membranous portion is going to be formed, and hence the total separation is going to be done starting, which was started from 19th day till 56th day. So this was the whole about the things what we have to do. You should remember all of the thing in a sequence, proper sequence, then only it is going to benefit to you. And remember what develops after what. So the sequence of development is very important. These things seems to be simple, but in a simple heading, right? How the foramen ovale was found, how it is persistent, what happened to afterwards, and then what happens in interventricular septum. This whole thing, I think, it will be beneficial for you. Thank you very much.